Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be looking at the most cinematic game on Earth. Wait, nope, just kidding. That's a massive blue tint and a blinding sun. Yeah, never mind. Battlefield 3. So, Battlefield 3 was my first Battlefield game that I ever bought and played. Well, actually, I think it was my first ever FPS game. It came out in 2011, and for its time, it had the best looking graphics for any game. When I first played it, I actually wasn't really impressed, and I didn't like it at all at first. But looking back at it now, like 6 years later, I loved it. First, the campaign. Well, if anyone remembers the campaign, because I don't. It was basically not memorable at all, and the characters were kind of stupid. It just tried to look cinematic, like a movie, which it did in some cases. It really reminded me of like a Black Hawk Down-esque movie with the clothing and the weapons and the setting, but other than that, there was really nothing memorable. Now, quickly moving on to multiplayer, because that's what everyone cares about, and that basically has to be good nowadays, or then your game sucks. But the main killers were, well, the blue tint and the sun, which, as you can probably see in this gameplay, just completely blinds me a couple of times, and I can't even see unless I'm aiming down my scope. But one major thing I think that everyone recognizes is the suppression. The suppression was so bad in this game, it just shook your screen and took your aim completely off. That was terrible, and it's gotten better in the newer games, which is definitely an improvement. Most of my gameplay here, I'm using the M16A3, which, well, everyone knows, is the god gun in this game. It is so good. I don't even have to aim down my sight to hit the guys. It's just get my mouse in the general direction and hold fire, and I will kill them. In general, I thought the guns were mostly balanced, kind of, except for obviously the M16A3, but it wasn't completely unmatched. Sniping, as you'll see in some gameplay here, really satisfying in this game. I really enjoyed it, except for the massive scope glint, which, well, Battlefield 4 didn't drop. Battlefield 1 has a little bit of it. Sniping was really satisfying, and the gun sounds were good too, especially the M98B, probably my favorite sniper rifle. The maps in general, I thought I enjoyed them. I'm not that picky as other YouTubers about map. It's just if it's fun, then I enjoy it. But Davamon Peak was definitely good for Rush. Metro, it was kind of cheesy, but all you had to do was like aim your scope down one route, or there's like two sides coming into the Metro, and you just aim your scope down in one, and you're bound to kill someone no matter what. And then when it gets later, all you have to do is use your LMG, and you can mow down anybody you feel like. I guess I enjoyed those maps pretty well. I mainly played Rush because it was quick, but it wasn't too quick like TDM, and it wasn't as tight as TDM, but it was progressive, and I think that's one major plus to a Rush game mode in the Battlefield games, is it's so good where it's not too long, but it's definitely not too short. Conquest, I just didn't like Conquest. When Battlefield 3 came out, I remember this specifically. I never played it. I tried to get away from it because it just wasn't fun, because I couldn't see enemies or kill anyone for like 5 minutes, and that just, I don't have the patience for that. But, if you can find a server nowadays, which there aren't many servers except for like Canals, TDM, then yeah, it's definitely fun to go back on. In conclusion, when this game first came out, it was really good, and it had the best graphics of its time. But nowadays, obviously, Battlefield 1 or Battlefront 1 and now 2, their graphics are soaring above, or The Witcher 3. I know it's a different genre, but it's still looking gorgeous. But this game looked beautiful for its time. It had some shortcomings. It had some really irritating problems. Suppression, blue tint, and the blinding sun. But for me, it was definitely a good first intro to FPS games, because this one was the first one I played, and it does bring back some nostalgia when I go back and play it nowadays. Originally, I didn't like it, but looking back, and then even going back and playing it now, I have so much fun with it and love it, because I really didn't start picking up first-person shooters until Battlefield 4, and that game I invested so much time in, even though it had many problems, like the netcode and a terrible launch, but I invested so much time into that, and that was my first real game that I put time into. But it was Battlefield 3 that introduced me into that series of Battlefield and into those games, which is definitely worth going back and playing now. If you have it, there aren't that many servers, and it's mainly just TDM, but it still can be a lot of good fun to just go back and play it for a little bit. So I definitely recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. There will be more videos coming out shortly since now it's summertime and I have a little bit more time, but I still have a job. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share.